Hi, this is Mr. Lane again. This is the assignment for page 160, number 2 slide. So look in there. You can see that they give you the front view and the right side. And I believe I have the angle copied off. That angle is 30 degrees if you can't read it. So we're going to start with the front view. You can see there's just a big rectangle that's 5.125 wide and 2.375 tall. So we'll start our sketch in the front view. Change that to front view. And we'll start with, we can use the rectangle tool this time. You can pick this and start our rectangle going off that way. Notice I always started at an origin, so I know where one point is always. So that one is going to be 5.125. And enter, and then that one is 2.375. Enter. And that is going to do it for the front view. So we can change that to an isometric. We can extrude this. I want to extrude this one back. So I'm going to flip that and go back with this one. And the depth of this object is 1.75. So I have to change this to 1.75. And enter. Give it a green check mark. So there is the basic shape. Now we need this little cutout here at an angle. I've done this a couple of different ways, and pretty much the only way I found that works is we're going to start over here on the right side, cut the angle all the way through to this end over here, and then I have to add material back in for this area here. That will leave the cutout with the angle right in here. In Inventor, there's a way to do that so that you can actually cut through here and put a cutting plane through here. We might be able to figure that out later on as we get further into Onshape, but that's what we're going to have to do right now. So we're going to come over to start our sketch on the right side, come up here to the right, and I have found that it's not quite as easy in Onshape to draw an angle line, but I figured it out. So I'm going to start with my line here because it starts at the bottom and comes up 0.5. So we have to come up 0.5. And then I'm going to come up past the object here, and I'm just going to click. Notice 30 degrees is probably somewhere right around in here. So I want to make sure I'm more than 30 degrees. So I'm going to pick that. And then I hit escape, and come back to the line tool, pick this point, come up to the top, and then come back over to that point. And at that point, I could come up and trim the top right there. So I'm left with this triangle, and I can accept that, come back to my isometric. Now I'm going to extrude this all the way back over here to the other side. So I'm going to come up to the extrude button, and I want to extrude that shape, but I want to go the other way, and I'm going to go 1.375 plus 2.375. So when you add that up, I believe that's 3.75. So I'm going to go that way, 3.75. And I want to remove all of that material when I go. And then I'm going to accept that. So you can see it's removed all this, but I need to put some of that material back in here. So I need this right here to be in over here. So I'm just left with my groove in there. So I need to do another sketch over on the right side. So I'm going to do another sketch on the right side. And then turn that to the right. And my sketch is going to be a point here, up here, right to there, and then back down to here. So there's the exact same triangle, and I'm going to accept that. Come back to my isometric. Now there's my triangle. I need to add material as I go back this way. So I'm going to extrude that, and I'm going to add it the other way though, and I need it at 1.375. And accept that. So now this is my U shape, and you can see that shape in the front view in the textbook. So our object's finished. Now I can do my multi-view drawing of this one. So I window all of that, right click, create a drawing, and I can do my 4 views. Okay. And I don't need this one. I'm going to delete that. If I double click this one, that opens up. The other way to do it is right click out here and go to sheet properties and change that to 1:1. So you can do it a couple different ways. Now you can see that it's a little too close to the left side, and I've got a lot of room on the right side. So I'm going to accept this one, click on all 3, move them over and up a little bit because I don't need them right on top of my title block. That's pretty well centered. So I clicked out here, and then on this one I need the hidden lines. So I'm going to right click in here, and I don't want to double click it. I want to just click it once, right click. I get it lower because it kind of hides up underneath there. So I'm going to have to click over here, and I've almost got it. It's the one right above that. So maybe if I'm coming up to the top, there it is. Show hidden lines. So I clicked in the middle, and it would only kind of show me this part and down. So I clicked at the top, and now it's showing me the top. So I can say show my hidden lines, and there that is. But we don't want to dimension this hidden line, just like we've learned in the past. So we're going to dimension this point to that corner. We're going to dimension the point here to the bottom, the overall height, and the width and the depth. So I can start doing my dimensions here. And I can do that point to that point, come out this way, up there. And now I can do my overall height, this point and this point. But you notice I can't do that because the number's in there. Okay, so I'm going to undo that. And I'm going to undo this one and start by going from this point to this point. I did the end to end. So there's what I want. That's about 3/8 out here. And then I want this point and that point. Come out about here and watch where you put your number. You don't want it down here. So probably about there. So there's those two. I need the dimension from this point to that point. Coming out here. Notice I'm in line with the one below, so that's what we want. Keep everything in line. And then I can do this point to this point. And again, don't line these up. You want that a little bit higher or lower. So come out to about here. And then I need the 3 that they have in the book. So that would be this one to here. 1. This one to here. Line that up. There's 2. And then the overall Notice we're trying to keep everything grouped together. That one I don't want to line up there because it'll be too hard to read. So I'm going to offset this number right about there. And I believe those are all the numbers we need. And that would be the final drawing. Make sure to put the drawing number here. Or excuse me, this is the title. So the title would be slide. Get rid of that. Get rid of those little dots. And my title is slide. And then the drawing number is out on Schoology, and I don't remember what it is for this one. So that's what you want. Get ready. Share it if you're at home. Share it with me. Remember, it is lineb@butlertech.org. And then share it out with me. Make sure I can edit it so I can see it and edit, make any corrections, things like that. So get ready and do the next work, or do the next work in the next day.